Hey guys, welcome to Ziggy and Pyrin play Pokemon Soul Silver. This is a little bit of an interesting episode for us because we're talking to you from the future. Oh, I know, isn't that crazy? So what happened was we did this episode and we were doing it over Skype and all the audio was cutting out and we had a bunch of really awkward conversations stuff that wasn't working because we couldn't hear each other and all the timing was off. So we sounded like losers and weirdos.
It was fun.
No, yeah, exactly. Not that we don't normally sound like losers and weirdos, but it was more so in that episode. And so we're doing this post-commentary. This was the first and probably the only post-commentary episode we do, unless what I'm about to bring up to you happens. So, in the future, in like 5 or so episodes, we're going to get to a gym that we can't beat with the level of Pokemon that we're at. Sucks. Our Pokemon are wimp right now.
I'm crying.
Our wimp. Yeah, they're wimpy and crying.
Our Pokemon are wimp.
Our wimp and crying. But we need to level them up. And so it basically comes down to you guys whether or not you want to watch me sit there and, fight Pokemon in the wild until they're leveled up, or if you'd rather me do that off camera and then come back and then be all strong and buff, and then we'll fight the gym and we'll record all that. So if that's something that you guys want to see, put that in the comments. If it's something you don't want to see, put it in the comments. Just let me know. That feedback will be really, really helpful. If we don't get any feedback on it, I guess, I don't know, do you have a default? Which one you would rather do, Silas?
All I want to do is see you grind.
You just want to see me grind. Alright, so we'll probably do that either on camera or I'll just have Silas in a Skype call. He can just watch me grind for hours on end.
That's right.
Yeah.
All I want to do is see you grind.
Yeah, I feel you. All I want to do is see me grind too, but fortunately my eyes don't work like that.
What's going on here?
What's going on here? So we're fighting, I don't think it's our first double battle, but it's one of our first double battles. And we're fighting against some Clefable Wigglytuff action, which we discussed in that episode, before we cut out all the audio, that we're okay with Clefable, despite having weird wings, but Wigglytuff just is kind of creepy in general.
That's true.
Yeah. She freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, looking at her makes me just, for lack of a better term, makes my skin crawl.
Yeah, she makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry for stereotyping, it might be a he, but this one's a she in particular. Can there be he's? Are there male Jigglypuffs?
Jigglypie?
Jigglypies?
Hey,
Jigglypuffers?
yesterday was Pie Day.
Yesterday was Pie Day. Wow, way to date when we're recording this. But yes, yesterday was Pie Day. And I didn't get any pie.
I don't care, we're in the future.
That's true, we are in the future. And I didn't get any pie, and it made me really sad.
Me either. I had a little bit of brownie.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's kind of close.
That's almost pie, right?
Well, brownie day isn't really a thing.
It sounds a lot grosser than pie day.
That's fair.
Yeah. But you know what?
Yeah.
That's cool. It was my dad's birthday, so I hung out with him. I guess I had cake. I had cake and steak.
Cake and steak on Pie Day.
Cake and steak on Pie Day.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. It's like heresy. I should be, burned at the cross, burned at the stake.
I think that's the name of your next indie just side project. Just you. Cake and steak on Pie Day.
Cake and steak on Pie Day.
Yeah.
That's the EP.
Ah.
Yeah. I don't know what the name of the band is. What would we say it was gonna be? We mentioned this in a future episode. We can prove that this is the future.
Oh god. Oh god.
Something
god.
grunge. What was it?
Wait.
Maybe it was
Acid
the
and
genre.
Confusion.
Acid and Confusion. There we go. That's my band. So
yeah, that's right.
Be Cake and Steak on Pie Day by Acid and Confusion.
Exactly. Yeah, come back and tell me that I'm not from the future in the future when
Yeah,
I'm actually in the
exactly.
past.
Mad Wizards.
You didn't realize this was a time traveling Pokemon LP.
No, time traveling. It's too powerful. We can't do that. It's the next level of Pokemon LP is we come back from the future and talk about the things that are going to happen in the later episodes.
And by the time it is the future, it'll be the past.
Yeah. The hardest thing to think about, though, is that we're from the future in every episode. Then we have to talk about things from the future in the future, but they're supposed to be in the past.
And they'll be the present by the time they're being watched.
Exactly. Which is incredible. Don't think about it too hard.
please.
Yeah, we don't want to make you go crazy. This battle took a really long time.
That's true. It really did.
Yep. And we kind of got our asses handed to us.
I think we were just a little bit stunned by freaking Wigglytuff's giant eyes.
Yep. Look at... like, she looks like she wants to eat you. You know? It's like she looks super hungry, and you look like the food. Right?
Just imagine, like, that image right there, and then just cover her mouth in blood.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Someone take a screenshot, and then, you know, MS Paint the blood on there.
And Clefable's just there like, hello.
Oh, hi. How are you guys? What a weird duo. Is this the first two still? I feel like...
No, I think we lost... I mean, we killed a Clefable, and then another one came.
Oh, I guess that's true. I just remember there being two Wigglytuffs and just being disturbed.
I think that might already happened.
Oh, well, there you go. That shows how much I'm paying attention.
In the past.
What? I mean, technically this all already happened. But yeah, so that's why this episode's a little weird and different. So hope you don't mind that. There's no way to get around it. There's no way we could like pretend that we were still playing. I didn't want to feign, you know, excitement. Oh, maybe I will still feign excitement in the part that's coming up, but it's not yet. I can't remember what we were talking about. We were talking about jellyfish in our last segment. I had something I want to say. Oh, I was eternal jellyfish. You know about those, right?
No.
Okay, so they're the ones that like grow old and they get big, and then they revert back to a polyp, and then they grow again.
What?
So they don't actually die.
But it's just one jellyfish?
It's one jellyfish that just resets.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Isn't that mind-blowing?
That is mind-blowing. I want to do that.
I don't think you do, though.
No, I want to do that. I want to be like reverse Benjamin Button, and then regular Benjamin Button, and then reverse again.
My whole life
Basically,
is
just think about Benjamin Button, and then think about someone being really bad at like the 5-point turning in a car. And that's basically just what I want my life to be.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The way that I imagine it is like a gif of Benjamin Button like getting really young, and then they just reverse that gif in the exact same format.
Basically.
Yeah, so it just circulates back to the beginning. I like to imagine that you don't get any smarter though. Like you don't gain intelligence or wisdom over the time that you revert back to a child. Like you lose it all once you return back to baby state.
That's actually like worse than Groundhog Day.
Is that worse than
Because Groundhog Day is like the same thing over and over again. It's not like backwards and then forwards.
Right.
Wait, I said that backwards.
Forwards and then backwards? You start at the end and then go back and then start going back to the end again.
Oh, it's the end of Groundhog Day.
It's the end of Groundhog Day.
I don't remember waking up this morning, and then you go backwards in time.
Oh,
there we go,
God.
Groundhog Day 2.
I'd watch that.
Yeah.
Maybe a really confusing movie.
I can't decide whether it would have to star Bill Murray or if it couldn't star Bill Murray. Who would it be if it weren't Bill Murray?
I think that he should be like, it should intersect with the regular Groundhog Day. So it's like a separate person who might like meet Bill Murray during his experience during Groundhog Day.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But he's going the opposite direction.
Exactly. Well, it depends.
On which time of day it is?
Yeah, on which day it is, because some days he goes back. Wait.
No.
How would that work?
Wait, one would have to go. One starts at the end. Fucking.
Because if it's cyclical, that means he has to go like big, small, big, right? Or small, big, small. But the day, is he big by the middle, like afternoon, and then back to baby by evening, or is it a day-long cycle where he goes little kid in the morning, big in the evening, and then little again by the next day?
Is this that riddle that's about time?
What riddle?
But whoever he is, he's bigger on the inside.
Whoever he is, he's bigger on the inside. Yeah, if you didn't know, Doctor Who is about like riding inside Benjamin Button. Bill Murray. Woo, Nidorino.
Bill Button.
Or Nidorino is Bill Button is evolving. Woo, there goes Simon Pegg.
Benjamin Murray doesn't really sound that interesting.
Or no. It really just does look like he goes from being like in a sitting stance to like ready to pounce.
Yeah.
And then just like slightly angrier. It's one of those ones where it's like couldn't you have done a little bit more for the evolution, and then they overcompensate and then make the third evolution just like fucking insane? And they're like, and then this tiny guy, we're just gonna give him like regular human arms and legs and giant pecs.
Naturally.
Yeah, and a huge tail. He doesn't have a tail at the beginning, so just thinking about the things that they added.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a reverse frog.
Like a reverse frog. He grows a tail over time. Really? Why do frogs
grows a tail?
Like as it progresses in age?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, anything with a tail probably starts out with a tiny tail.
That's fair.
And then grows it as it gets older. Except frogs do the reverse. So what's the logic behind that one? That's the question.
I mean, think about a wow, what is the word?
Poliwag?
Well, yeah, except like real frog baby is a...
It's a poliwag.
Is that actually what it's called? No, that's not what it's called.
Yeah, isn't it?
Poliwag? No, that's... Wait. Now I don't even know. Now I'm all confused.
I'm pretty sure it's still called a
I can't
poliwag,
not
dude.
think about Pokemon.
Oh no, this is what's happened to us. We played for like 3 hours today, so this is the tail end of that. But I think a poliwag...
But did it grow that tail? Ha!
You gotta see what you did there.
Anyway, whatever the name of a baby frog is, just imagine it without a tail. It would just be like a dot. It would just be a ball, and it'd just roll around in the water. It wouldn't be able to control itself at all.
Oh, polywog or tadpole.
Tadpole is what I was thinking of. Okay.
Or froglet.
Froglet.
Yeah. Baby names for frogs are tadpoles, polywogs, and froglets.
I think I'm gonna name my kid Froglet.
Hey, what's up, froglet? How you doing? Like, I hate you, Dad. And then like slams the door.
Oh, God. Whoa! I didn't realize that the text did that weird thing.
What? Where it was like big? It was
Yeah.
like, hey!
Yeah, it was all stretched out.
Stop dancing. I gotta do my dance jams.
Oh,
And you
this is
just
a
kinda
good
sit there.
dance. I'm ready for it.
Wait for it. You ready for him to bust a move?
Here we go. Here
I'll
we go.
show you how to dance. Show you a great one.
But actually, like if you're just a little dot in the water, if you don't have any kind of means of propulsion, then you're just gonna like float aimlessly. You can't really like wiggle your body, so you need a little tail to move around.
Okay, but
Even
then
our
why does
freaking little sperm have tail, man.
Dude, I didn't want you to compare baby frogs to our sperm.
Oh, how similar are they though?
That's true. They're very similar, but I'd rather not like jerk one out and then like have a million tiny frog babies shoot out. That's not the imagery that I want.
Dude, such is life.
Such as like Mother Nature's a cruel mistress. Valid. But why does the frog lose it? That's the question. Like, he goes from like having a tail. He's like, oh, I grew legs, and he's like, well, now that I have legs, I guess I don't need this tail. Like, what's the benefit from not having a tail?
Because then he'd just be a lizard.
It's like, I hate those motherfuckers. Just like decides not to grow the tail.
Yeah. Also,
It's
those
not like-
lizards that can just like detach their tails from their bodies when they're like freaked out or whatever.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
I think I used to have one.
A
I
tail?
think that's most. No, lizards that did that. Oh,
Oh.
I had a lizard that did that. But I think that's most lizards, actually. Like, that's a pretty universal thing for lizards.
I heard that this is probably when I was like really little, and then I just thought it was real and pretended that it was real for the rest of my life. That like maybe certain ones are like this, but probably not. That it's like reverse Hydra, where like if it loses one, then it grows two.
For tails?
Yeah, if it like that's why it's reverse, not like heads. But if it like loses its tail, you know, out of fear, or I mean, not out of fear, but you know, as a defense mechanism or whatever they use it for, that they would
Right.
then grow back too.
That seems really inefficient.
It seems really not true.
Yeah, I was like, I've never seen a two-tailed lizard before.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I've also never seen a Hydra though, so
that's valid. Though, you know, never count your chickens or something like that.
before
You may
they
eventually
hatched,
find, before they hatched into like a multi-headed chicken beast.
whatever that word was that you told me that was actually a basilisk but wasn't.
Cockatrice. Holmes.
It's not real.
It's real. I mean,
No.
it's not real, but it's like it's verified. We had you Google it.
The dictionary boy came in and yeah. I don't want to talk about him right now.
Yeah, I think that I think cockatrice is cooler than a basilisk. To be fair, I'm not gonna lie.
Not a Harry Potter basilisk, that's for sure.
I think it's verifiably cooler than a Harry Potter basilisk.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I was like, that movie would have been so much better if it had been a giant chicken.
Right?
Like
With a lizard tail?
Yeah, with the lizard tail. Turn people into stone.
I guess to be fair, it wasn't the movie, it was the book.
Right. Harry Potter and the Chamber of the Basilisk.
The Chamber of the Giant Chicken.
Chamber of the Cockatrice.
That actually doesn't sound that bad. Cockatrice on its own sounds weird, but when you make it sound like it's a thing, then it's alright.
It is a thing, though.
Mm.
Oh, we just missed it. Dilbert telling us about how the ground is breakable.
Gonna collapse.
Yeah. In his tiny little Dilbert voice. Don't look now, it looks like the ground's gonna break. And you're like, what? And he's like, Togepi.
Like looks around, all shifty. Oh god.
Did you say something?
And that would be like a second before we fall through the floor.
Exactly. It's just like Togepi. And we just break on through. Yeah.
Break on through.
I knew. No, you're done.
I thought about not doing it. I had to.
You didn't have the self-restraint.
No, man. James Morrison. James Morrison. I'm such good friends with him, I refer to him as James.
Jimothy? His brother Jimothy Morrison?
Yeah, Jimothy and James. The Morrison twins.
Yeah. The lesser-known Jimothy. That's what I'm gonna call it. If there's like a twin who's like living in the shadow of his brother or sister, I'll just call them the Jimothy twin.
Jimothy plays guitar for the band called The Windows.
Exactly. He plays in my trip grunge band.
Yeah.
Acid Confusion or
Acid
something
and
like that.
Confusion, yeah.
No, was that it? I don't think that was it.
Acid and Confusion, yeah.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I should have known. I'm sorry.
Mine is just called Tadpole Sperm, so.
Whew. That's gonna make some weird babies, dog. The more and more that I play this, the more I like the name Pursnip.
Yeah.
As a name
I always forget every time.
I'm like, oh, his name is Pursnip. That's actually alright. I mean, I just came up with it and I was like, yeah, that sounds good. But now I kind of am okay with it as a name, even if it was just like once off, like wasn't even thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Off the cuff, as it were.
Oh, yep, off the cuff. I'm actually not wearing sleeves right now, so.
I kind of am. They're like rolled up to my elbows.
No.
But
well, I do that too, but I'm not wearing a flannel. Otherwise, I would also have them rolled up to my elbows. My elbones.
Elbones.
Mm.
Do you have R-bones?
Yeah, in places you can't talk about on the internet.
Oh my god. On the whole internet? Anywhere?
Anywhere on the internet. It's not
That's
allowed.
deep, man.
It is super deep. It's like, snuff films and like hardcore porn. You can't talk about the R-bones.
Oh my god. We haven't even reached the net neutrality business.
I know, right? Even like the most hardcore, like, censor, like pro non-censoring people are like, yo, we have to draw the line somewhere.
So much so that no one's even heard about it.
Yeah, no one's heard of the R-bone.
So, all you people watching our I was about to say podcast, but our series here, don't be flailing around the word R-bone.
No, definitely not.
Mm-mm.
It's dangerous business.
If you want to flail around anything, flail around tadpole sperm.
Yeah, just let him rip. Just let him go wherever you please. Be thankful they have tails, otherwise they just kind of float right outside.
Yeah.
They wouldn't go anywhere.
Bob outside your windows like, help!
Why'd you do this to me? Why'd you bring me into this world?
Wow. These jokes are all fitting together so well.
I know,
In so
right?
many, like too many ways for me to even keep up with.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
alright.
sorry. It's just how it is.
One of these days, I'm gonna make myself look like Fred 52.
I would give you $30.
Oh my god.
30 whole dollars.
I have
if you
never
did
had that much money. I'm gonna do it right now.
that. I just hear like the buzz.
10 pounds of gel.
10 pounds. Yeah, it would take so much gel to get your hair to do that.
Oh my god. Those of you who don't know, my hair is about.
It's luscious and long.
It's about past my ankles.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a bit. And you may be saying like, man, isn't that kind of like weird? Don't people think that's strange? Literally everybody who's seen it is like, what a beautiful hair.
One hair.
What is a single beautiful hair?
The rest
Seriously,
of them are
though,
shitty.
I've never seen so many, like one person get so many compliments on their hair before. Like it's weird. Like every time they're like, "Hey, do you know Silas?" He's like, "Yeah, you mean the one with the long hair?" I think it's your. Not to say that it's my favorite trait about you, but I'm saying that it's one of your most defining traits.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, it makes sense too for someone who doesn't like know me very well.
Right.
Just
anyone
'cause-
who knows you as the guy who hugs really good.
I also don't get that one because it's like a hug is a hug, man. Like there are some people who are bad at hugging, but like it's all you have to do is just like enjoy it.
It's like, but Silas, what if I don't enjoy the hug? Then what?
Why?
Why
Why would
is
you
it-
ever not enjoy a hug? Unless the other person is a shitty hugger, in which case.
Well, that just means they're not enjoying it, right? So.
But even like the worst case scenario for a hug is like you both try to go for the top, and then there's like a moment of like, uh-oh, but then you still hug anyway, and you're still like, oh, that was so funny.
Oh, aren't we just goofy people?
Yeah. There's like very few negative outcomes from a hug.
Yeah, that's valid. I agree. I think hugs are fantastic. I can't think of one thing. Maybe like puppies. Puppies are up there with hugs.
If you're like super burly, I feel like you'd have to be a little careful hugging people.
You don't want to like kill them.
You don't want them to pop. Yeah.
You don't want them to explode frog sperm everywhere.
So gross.
Yeah, I know, right? I just imagine like a big hug and then someone's head explodes and it's just like everywhere.
Hey Ziggy.
Yeah.
We're getting pretty close.
I know. I'm suspicious on whether or not I put the whole episode in there.
I think you did. Our fucking mom. Every time.
Oh, I guess this was the end of the episode. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by. You're all super cool. The episode's gonna go on for like another 15 seconds, but I'm glad that you stopped by. Give us some feedback so we know whether or not you want to watch us do some grinding. Love you all.
Thank you so much.
All right. It's like a super long, awkward silence.
We can just cut that out.
Yeah.